What's up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you another Team Taste game of the day. You want to taste? Today we have round 2 of our G&G League Challenge, and this time we have Phil again on the left playing his Psychic Necrozma deck, and on the right we have Zach playing his Psychic Necrozma deck. Now these two are both pure Psychic Malamar decks, but Zach's is a lot more of a one prize focused deck where he has Clefairy, as you can see in his hand right there. And I know he's playing 2 Hoopa from Seam Siege and 1 Mewtwo, so he has a lot of options for one prize attackers. And Phil's playing the Necrozma, and I think last game we saw a couple Dawn Wings, but not much else in terms of one prize attacks. So, not really sure. Just waiting to start. Oh, let's speed it up a little bit. There we go. No need to take the game longer than it needs to be. But let's see if we're... Whoops, too far. Yep, so we're going to start. Zach's going first, and ooh, Phil started a Marshadow, which is huge in this matchup. A lot of times you don't want to be playing any Psychic Weak EXs down. Like, and it looks like Phil knows, like, oh, I started Marshadow. That sucks. So Zach's actually going to Lele and just fail it because it looks like it's Bridget's prize. That looked like a perfect hand to Bridget, but now he just plays a Lele down for basically no reason. He's going to be able to find a Mewtwo attached to it and another Inkay. So this his Inkay in the active isn't that vulnerable to an attack right now. So Phil's going to play a Parallel City, limiting Zach's bench down to 3. And then not sure what he has going on. It looks like he has an Ultra Ball or so. He attaches a Fighting Fury Belt to the Marshadow, which I'm really not sure how much I like that play. It being Psychic Weak right now, it's only at 190 HP, so anything that hits 100 or more is just going to die to it, or it's going to die to it. So Phil's going to Cynthia, try to find a couple Inkays. Usually you want to be bridging turn 1, or at very least have a couple Inkays down and then support her, but sometimes you just don't get those hands. Phil's also going to be looking to retreat this Marshadow turn 1 because Zach only needs 2 more energies on that Mewtwo to one-shot it. So Phil's going to get fresh 6 cards. Looks like he did find a couple Inkays at least. So he's going to play an Inkay, bench a second one. Now he could retreat into an Inkay, but that would kind of suffer his setup. So he has to make a choice right now. Does he leave the Marshadow up and hope it doesn't get knocked out this turn, or... Looks like he's debating, and he is going to pass it over. So Zach attaches a Float Stone and Cynthia's. He did have a Psychic Necrozma in hand, but he is under Parallel City. And in this matchup, in the mirror match, you really don't want the Necrozma down unless it's about to like win you the game, or you're in a spot where you have to because you're so far behind. But Zach's going to try to find some Malamars here. It looks like he actually finds just about everything he needs. So he's going to attach an energy to the Mewtwo, and he benches a Hoopa, but we get it taken care of. He shouldn't have. He's under Parallel City Lock, but he uses a Psychic Recharge to it, so we'll be able to reverse the game state. It's not that big, but oops, I'm trying to cheat here, so no. So Phil's actually gonna Hypnosis the Inkay. He has nothing going on in his hand, and I think this is about when it's noticed that the Hoopa shouldn't be down. So Zach's gonna Mysterious Treasure away a Hoopa. And it looks like he's actually looking for a Guzma, but that's where we notice that the Hoopa shouldn't be there. So we kind of just... Hoopa goes back to the hand and the energy goes back to the discard. It wasn't like Zach attached the energy to the Hoopa. So the discarding of the energy is not the biggest deal. But it's very sloppy, and even... This is a good learning time. In Madison, they were giving both players game losses if someone, like... Say if Zach were to Lele right this turn to grab a supporter, then it would be just as much on Phil, just because it's his Parallel City. But it was a good thing we found it before anything irreversible happened. But that Mewtwo is still sleeping from the Hypnosis, and Zach flips another tail, so that Inkay is doing work as Phil's trying to get out of his dead draw situation right here. And it looks like he still has nothing, so... He's going to super double Hypnosis the Mewtwo. No. So Zach's going to flip, and it's another tail. So yeah, this Mewtwo does not want to wake up. It is very comfy, and Zach has nothing to do, so he just passes again. And it's another Tails. Oh, and then Phil finds the Lele. So Hypnosis is doing work. It's going to give him a chance to come back here. Now, he could. Obviously, he's probably looking for a Cynthia or a Sycamore. But this turn, if Phil gets Dawn Wings down and set up, he could Moon's Eclipse. Even though you don't usually want a Moon's Eclipse in one prize attacker. But he could find a Dawn Wings, get a Moon's Eclipse, and try to start catching up on prizes. Because then Zach would need the Guzma, but he also knows that Zach has a Lele in hand from that Mysterious Treasure. So, yep, it looks like Phil's going to grab an N and probably attach an energy or so. And then Zach gets to go down to 4 cards. He hasn't been doing much, but that's because the Mewtwo's been sleeping. His hand is kind of thick, so Phil's going to attach an energy to the Lele and N, putting Zach down to 4 cards, hoping that Zach draws just as well as he was doing at the beginning of the game. But, yeah, Phil has attached for turn, so he won't be able to use a Dawn Wings this turn. Because the most he could do was 2 Psychic Rechargers. Oh, I guess he could hit an Elixir also. I always forget that the deck plays Elixirs. And he does draw into an Elixir, so Phil's going to throw it on the Mysterious Treasure and find a Malamar. At least I'm guessing. Yep, there comes the Malamar. And then I don't think the Lele could knock out the Mewtwo this turn. But Phil looks like he's going to bench the Dawn Wings, play an Elixir, go attach it to it. And he does hit it, but I don't think he hit the second Malamar. And then he has his Psychic Recharge left for this turn. It's always another good lesson with these decks. It's always good to get an energy onto the Leles. It makes it so you don't have to hit a Float Stone most of the time. So it looks like Phil's going to pass it over to Zach again. And does he wake up? Yes, the Mewtwo wakes up. So now Zach finds a Field Blower this turn too. Of course, this is the turn that everything happens. Phil top decks a Lele, Zach top decks a Field Blower. And it looks like Zach's going to Mysterious Treasure away an Inkay. Now this turn he could be finding... Oh, he finds the Lele. I was about to say, if he had a Lele or Guzma in hand, he could have been trying to find a Necrozma to Guzma up that Dawn Wings this turn to go down to 2 prizes, but looks like Zach's going to find a Float Stone. He's going to Sycamore away an energy. Now having 2 Lele's bench always feels like it hurts, and Zach draws into all his Elixirs. Just 3 Elixirs casually hanging out there. Zach's going to throw away a Malamar and an Elixir. You don't need all those Elixirs, I guess, at this point. But looks like Zach finds a Hoopa. He thought about grabbing the Giratina with all those Elixirs and the Malamar's ready. The Giratina serves just about the same purpose as Hoopa does at this point. And then Zach's going to play Elixir and hit it from the 6 card with some style. So he's going to be able to have that Hoopa attacking this next turn too. And then Zach's going to play another Elixir, and he hits that one too. So a little less dramatic, but I'm not sure where Phil goes from here, though, because Zach's going to go down to 3 prize. Getting a 3 prize league's pretty huge. I think Phil's going to have to Moon's Eclipse this turn to try to buy himself a turn or so, and hope that Zach can't respond with a Mewtwo GX. So Phil promotes the Lele, always has Retreat with that 1 energy on it. Not sure what Phil has going on. Looks like he's going to have to Lele his own. He could be going for another N, put Zach down to 3, but I'm not sure if he still has it. He's only played a couple Ns this game. So he could also Sycamore, try to hit everything he needs. So he's going to find a Cynthia. And I'm still not sure what his goal is this turn. Like I said, maybe the Moon's Eclipse is really all he can see, is, unless I'm mistaken. He doesn't want a Necrozma hitting the field because the Hoopa will just one-shot it. And that prize trade is not very favorable. English is hard sometimes, huh, guys? Favorable for you when you're trading 1 prize for 2. So Phil's going to Cynthia. And I believe, yeah, he already has an energy in the discard. He's going to want to get another Inkay down this turn, just in case he can respond. He does find an energy to attach. And he's going to Mysterious Treasure, trying to find that Inkay, I'm guessing. Yep, going to bench another Inkay, try to get his Malamar army set back up. Yeah, this the mirror match is focused around taking prizes as efficiently as you can. Usually you're not hunting down Malamars, but with Phil playing Parallel City, it's kind of a valid strategy if he can Parallel City, kill a Malamar, and then Guzma Malamar. So it looks like Phil's going to Psychic Recharge, and then he's going to have to debate. Both of his attacks will one-hit a Mewtwo because of weakness. Even though Mewtwo has pressure, it really doesn't do anything in the mirror match. So it looks like Phil's debating, and he's going to flip that GX marker over. So, and I know it feels like that Mewtwo put in work, but still only one prize. So Zach's actually going to bridge it. Is his Mewtwo in deck? It is. Well, he has to find an energy to attach to it, and then the double Psychic Recharge. So Zach just has answers for everything at this point. And it looks like, yep, he has the energy and the 2 Psychic Recharges. So Zach will be able to respond with a Psystrike, I think? Psystrike GX? Something like that. And it hits for 200, and it just eats through any effects on the defending Pokemon. So Phil's going to be able to Rescue Stretcher up that Dawn Wings. And he still has to find another Malamar and an energy to attach to it to respond to this Mewtwo. And it looked like Zach does have Guzma in hand. So Phil's going to be able to, or has to find an end to disrupt Zach's hand. Not sure if he'll be able to get there, though. Phil starting the Marshadow just hurt him so much in this match. And then the Marshadow is so good against the Zoroark, but a lot of times it's just awful in most matches. It being 150 HP GX Pokemon is super frail. So it looks like Phil's going to Ultra Ball away at Cynthia and a Guzma. And going to be able to double Psychic Recharge. And does he have the energy in hand? Or is he going to have to support her for it? So he does have the energy, and he's going to end Zach to 1. So this is where the comeback potential can be. He's going to go down to 3 prizes with the Dark Flash. And then Zach's going to have to find a way to respond. He has his 1 prize attacker still, and Phil still has to knock at least 2 Pokemon out. So it's still looking pretty good for him. And then Phil's going to get 5 cards still. It's a good thing he had that N. Take away that Guzma from Zach. Phil's going to come up and Dark Flash for the knockout for 240, so just enough damage. And then Zach's going to bench a Giratina promo, so it looks like he didn't find a way to win this turn. He's going to double attach to, or Psychic Recharge to the Giratina, so he has an attacker for next turn, and going to Portal Strike for 130. So this pretty much should have game on board for Zach. He could retreat maybe into the Lele. He would need an energy attachment to the Lele and 2 Psychic Recharges, so that's really not that practical. Or he could Dark Flash with that fresh Dawn Wings. Now Zach's at 1 prize, so Phil really can't respond with too much. And then if Zach ever finds Guzma, he just gets the game. So it looks like Phil's actually going to double Psychic Recharge to the Malamar. And then attach to it. And N again, so putting Zach down to 1 card. But I'm not sure how much I like the attaching to Malamar, because if it ever comes up to attack, it's just weak to Psychic itself, so it will die to everything, including that Giratina. So Zach gets 1 card. Not sure what it is. But Phil is kind of put into a checkmate situation here. So he's going to Dark Flash. And then Zach will be able to double Psychic Recharge to the Giratina and Shadow Claw for 110. So then taking the game in round 2 of this League Challenge. So yep, we'll do it for this game. And then Zach will move on to the finals. It's just a little 9-person 3-round League Challenge. So I think Zach will be facing the only other 2-0 player. So we'll see that on stream for round 3. Be sure to check it out, and thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Helps us out a lot. So, and I'll love you forever. Later, everyone.